Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
First video.
First video. So.
Trying to make this work.
Wow, this beanbag's really loud. I didn't.
It really is.
Okay.
So.
I'm Lily.
I'm Kiev.
And this is Lily and Kiev.
Yeah, this is it.
All right. 3 a.m. thoughts at I don't know what time it is.
Can we get a time check? It's 5:30.
On the dot, too.
On the dot.
All right. Okay, so we're just gonna get to get a feel of
how things work.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So what we have prepared today is just 5 questions, and so you can get a feel of kind of who we are, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
So, you want to go first?
Nah.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go first.
I'll
go first. I'm cool with that. Okay. So if you could do anything or have anything in your life and know that you're not going to fail at getting that, what would it be?
Can you repeat that question?
Okay, so if you're going to have something in your life, or if you're going to get to do anything in your life and you're not going to fail, you're going to win or succeed, what would you do with that power? What would you do with it?
I'd open up my own restaurant.
That sounds dope. What kind,
Honestly, it'd be an all-you-can-eat restaurant.
Hell yeah. It's like a buffet.
Not really.
Oh.
It wouldn't actually be like a buffet. There'd be multiple different types of things from different origins on the menu, different ethnicities, all that kind of stuff.
So like a melting pot?
Yeah.
In a restaurant? That sounds hella dope.
So you could hey, I want a burger, but this next guy wants a quesadilla or an enchilada or
chow mein,
ramen, tofu, bunch of other stuff. Like gyros. Gyros are so good. Subs, you can get subs on there. Pastas, all that stuff.
That's dope. I would go there.
But,
okay, your turn. Oh, but what?
I'd have food trucks too.
Hell yeah.
I'd have 2 food trucks.
I was going to say, yeah.
Every morning they'd split in different directions and they'd go about their day and then come back at the end of the night. All right.
Sick. All right, my turn.
All right. Wait, should we do where you answer your own question?
Oh, you're right. I was supposed to answer this too. Damn, now I got to think. If I could do anything and I wouldn't fail at it, I know I would succeed. Shit. I'd save the world.
Context?
I would create world peace.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that says it all.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's a good answer. All right. What are your beliefs in the afterlife?
Do a whole ass video on this. My beliefs on the afterlife. So this is my belief. This is very controversial for a lot of people, obviously, the afterlife. But I believe when we die, well, scientifically, energy doesn't die. Energy can't die. It lives on forever. So I don't believe when people die, it's oh, they're gone. I believe that your soul lives on. I believe as it could go into anything, that energy is going to be transferred into something else, somebody else, whatever. Your soul, to me, doesn't die. I think heaven is our home. I think we return there when we die. And then we come back to fulfill our purpose in life. And we get to, in a way, choose what our new life, what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. I died and I'm oh, I didn't fulfill my purpose, my last whatever life. So let's keep going. Or whatever my purpose is, I keep just getting closer and closer to fulfilling that purpose and bringing more meaning to that purpose. And basically just growing in every life. Every life, you're getting closer and closer to your best life until you finally get to the top and you made it.
Okay. That was nice. So I guess from that one, my beliefs in the afterlife, I believe there is a second of an afterlife. I don't believe there's a full, hey, I'm going to stay in this world afterlife. I believe since there is no concept of time, you can move and you meet higher beings that will be like, hey, I'm going to place you in this part of this generation or this era.
Like the human era, the human generation.
Like, or I'm going to put you as an animal. You're going to live as an animal. Or you can put you as a different human. Like, you could be living as, like, someone from the 1800s, but you just died in 2017. Like, he can place you back in time.
Mm-hmm.
But I also believe there is definitely a higher power that controls what happens. He doesn't just control Earth. There's millions of other planets out there, so like we don't know. But we also don't know is this a simulation?
yeah. Something I want. Sorry, no, you're not done.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay, something I want to add on to that actually is I believe that, so since we both believe in obviously having multiple different lives, our soul traveling into different 3-dimensional
planes.
Yeah. I believe that certain characteristics from our past lives come with us to our next ones. Like some people have like a natural ability to fucking just play the piano or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like maybe they were a professional pianist in their past life or something, you know, kind of like that.
It travels with them. That's a hidden talent.
Yeah, and it's like maybe that piano, like that's like home for them because they've already experienced this.
Ooh.
So
I got something to add on to that. And then the people who are born who aren't naturally gifted, maybe those are newer spirits that are being created, or souls that are being created, or they're new gods being born. And I think eventually we all move on as gods. There was
once we lived our best life and been to the top, like I said, that's when we like become a god or whatever.
There was an intro by Logic where it was like an interaction between a man and God, a God, because throughout the conversation, this God was telling him, you have to go back and live. You have to live every single life. You have to live every single gender, race, ethnicity.
If you had to go through every single gender from 2020,
he's like, and then you will become like me. He's like, only then will you understand the meaning of life. And he's like, and then he was like, oh no. He's like, you think your planet's the only one that inhabits life? There are billions of other planets out there.
Oh yeah, in an infinite amount.
Yeah, he's like, and once you become like me, you will understand. He's like, but now I have to send you back. And he's sending him back into like the 1600s as a slave master with like 14 million slaves. And this was a black guy that was getting sent back into the past. And at first he was like baffled, and then he was starting to understand. He's like, so I'm going to become like you after I live all these other lives. To be able to understand why these people do the things they do.
And maybe that's why some people have like a lot more compassion for other human beings. There's some people that just don't give a shit about anything. It's because they've been there. They've felt that pain before, or they've whatever.
Deep down they know.
Yeah.
All right. But on to your next question.
My turn. Okay. Dang. So this kind of goes into what we've been talking about. The question is, what is the soul in your words? Like how would you describe it, or what's your definition of the human soul or any soul?
The soul is the building steps into being something greater. We just talked about it, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like you're literally living life to life, growing into something greater, something that's able to really understand what's really going on, because there's obviously something much more powerful than us out there. There has to be something if there's nothing, then scientifically speaking, where did the Big Bang even come from? By itself. No one knows that. How did something that powerful get created? So there has to be some sort of something inside of us that has the key that we're living. If people are able to remember their past lives like that. That's insane.
That is insane.
That's something in our soul. and Buddhists have even sensed that. Like Buddhists
Mhm.
know they have that they have control over their own soul.
Yeah.
Like that's like actually known,
Mhm.
which is crazy.
I mean, and a lot of people like have such. You can go as far as you believe. You know, like if you stop, if you think something's impossible, then it's automatically impossible to you. But if you think that it's possible, then it automatically will become possible for you. You know what I mean? It's all in the mind. It's all, you know, and like with past lives and the soul and people remembering, like I said, that kind of goes with what I feel like why sometimes people are born with natural abilities, and naturally your soul is drawn to certain things, you know.
Got laser beams in the eye.
But yeah. So yeah, that answers the question, right?
That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, sums it up.
All right. What is your biggest fear?
You know, my biggest fear is honestly a pretty common one, and it's just my family dying. Like, it's more of like anxiety, I guess. Like, it's my biggest fear is like the people I love dying
Or
and
losing
having
them?
or losing. Yeah, that's my biggest fear.
Mine kind of goes real deep. Like my biggest fear is my family passing, but like on a celestial level, on what I'm thinking, like my biggest fear is not knowing enough about the world, honestly, because that's like my biggest passion. Honestly, I really like to learn about the world. Like I want to know more.
You just gotta tune into that.
Yeah.
Tune into that
like,
frequency, and you can.
But like, I don't want to die knowing I can't pass along that knowledge. Also, so like.
That's why we're doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So welcome to the passing of the knowledge.
And light and love. Yeah.
But next question is yours.
Okay. This one's pretty simple. What offends you?
What offends me? Well,
triggered.
First, I don't like people who come at you without knowing who you are with straight up attitude. Like, don't come at me sideways. You don't know who I am. Like, just talk to me like a normal person. Don't talk to me with like an asshole.
Yeah, that happens to me every time I go to a new job, I swear.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, honestly, just having people's like utmost faithfulness is like a friend, is family. Like, that's. Wait, is that what a long question? I lost.
Yeah, just cool. Whatever you feel, say it.
Like, that's honestly.
So basically, people prejudging without getting to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's my biggest thing.
That pisses me off too, because I'm so nice. I'm such a nice person. So for someone to like, when someone doesn't like me, I'm like,
just get to know me.
First of all, if you don't like, here's how I feel. If you don't like me, first of all, everybody likes me. So if you don't like me, no, I'm just kidding. Not everybody's gonna like you ever. That's how it is. But no, and like but seriously, how I feel though is like if someone doesn't like me for no reason, like I said, because I'm a very kind person. Like I'm not rude to people. I'm always looking out for people. I'm a very caring person. That's just how I am. Yeah. So if someone doesn't like me, I would like really like to know why, because it makes me feel bad. Like, oh my God, what did I do and how can I fix it? You know? Yeah. So if there really is no reason, my thought is that they have something in their heart that they need to fix. And that's why they don't like me, because maybe I'm too happy. Like that thing, remember what I don't know if you saw what I posted on Facebook a while ago, but it was like, when someone said, can you stop having so much fun? Like, it's really quite annoying when the rest of us are miserable. And I heard someone say, oh, I don't like her because she's too happy all the time.
Someone said that on your Facebook?
No. I just heard someone say that before. Not about me, but about someone else.
That's messed up.
And I'm like, okay, so if you don't like somebody because of that reason, if their spirit annoys you, then there's probably something that you need to fix in your heart.
Then you have something negative that you need to fix.
Exactly.
Like something that makes you not enjoy positive energy.
Yeah.
Like that's not right.
Yeah.
Like, you need to have that positive energy.
Yeah, something's broken inside you if you don't like someone because they're happy. That's that. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely. Something that really offends me is when people try to make me look dumb, or like I'll say something and they condescending to
Or talk to you like you're a child.
or talk to me like I'm a child. That offends me a lot, because I feel like a very knowledgeable human being. So when people make me feel dumb, so I want to be like, okay, stop your tracks right there. Hold on, like I can't stand when people try to make me look dumb. That's what offends me.
Well,
is that the last question? Is this the last question?
Nah, we got 2 more.
You got 2 more. I got 1 more. Okay.
Damn.
Because I went first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I'm 20 right now. In 5 years, I'll be 25. I honestly feel like I'm growing and getting stronger and more powerful and smarter every single day that I live. Even on my negative days, I'm trying to learn from them and all that. 5 years from now, I imagine myself. I really want to be. I keep saying like I hope, or I really want to be, but be steady. Because by the age of 25, I want to be out of where I'm living right now. Possibly have a family. I want to be financially. If I start now my dreams, in 5 years, I believe that I could be financially free. Honestly, I don't want to be working at Walmart 5 days a week and being in the same building for 9 hours in 5 years. That's a no for me. Like I can't do that. Like I can't. I want to be in 5 years from now pursuing my dream and being happy and helping others pursue their dreams. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Honestly,
it's kind of a tough question.
That really is. And I haven't really thought much about it. I just it was like kind of a question I just.
Let's focus on the now.
Honestly, I just want to see my first step. I just want to see myself on my own, living like a healthy life, like doing the things I like to do.
Totally.
Like even if I just want to be doing the things I want to do. Like when working a good job. Like I don't want to be working at Walmart. No one does.
Yeah, no one does.
But like, it's a good job for now. But
totally.
For now, not for later.
It is blessing us for now. I
want to move on to something that I can be more useful in, something I can really put forth effort into.
And use your talents.
Yes, use my talents. Like, and something I could do that in would be awesome. Something I could also stabilize my life with.
Totally.
Have my own place, living a good life, doing the things I like to do, being able to go out and have the fun I want to have fun. Like now I got to work a full-time job and a part-time job, and that sucks. And I know they say it takes one person to work 3 full-time jobs to even afford a place to live on their own.
I saw that.
Like, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Shoot, I might move out to the state. I'll move someplace cheaper.
Yeah, people have resorted to that, actually.
But
along with that, I truly believe that as human beings, we're not meant to be going to 9-to-5 jobs and leaving our families and leaving our loved ones to go do their thing that distracts them from being who they're supposed to be, that distracts them from their purpose in life. Like, I think that's what jobs are. Like, I've been tired, which that's a distraction, right? Being tired.
Yeah.
You get distracted easier when you're tired. So I don't have time to focus on my dreams, to focus on the things that I know that I came to planet Earth for. Like, I came here for a reason. I came here for a purpose. And I always say this, and it's not to put cheese on shelf. Like, it's not. That's not. Huh?
For the mouse.
They don't even like cheese, actually. They're actually carnivores. They really like meat and peanut butter. But yeah, cheese for a mouse. But yeah. So I think that kind of sums that up.
All right. Next question.
Okay, this is another soul question.
All right. Go shoot.
How far along do you think you are? How far along do you think your soul is? Like, how many years?
That burrito I ate.
What?
Dude, about 3 hours.
Your soul?
All right.
Wait, your soul is the burrito?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question now?
Okay, that's why that made no sense. Okay, so for example, I'll just answer mine first.
Well, can you?
Okay, it's hard. Okay, how old do you think your soul is? How old do you think your soul is?
I think I have a very fresh soul.
You think you're a very new soul?
I think my soul is
yeah,
new.
he is. Sorry, no.
But I don't think it's that new. I think it's been in the game for a little bit, but it's still fairly new. Because I do have some like experience.
Totally.
Like I feel like I do. Like I personally like soulfully know it, but like it's definitely fairly new. But I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's freaking awesome. That means I still get to live out. Like I have so much more to live for.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just opens my mind up to so many different opportunities I can do, like so many pathways that I could take. And if I take one of those pathways after I pass along, my soul can take the other pathways that I didn't take.
Okay, but I don't know if they're ready for this video.
I don't think they are either. This shit gets
This
deep.
shit gets deep.
All right.
Okay. I feel like I'm a very, very, very old soul.
I think you are too.
I've been here. I've been around the block. I feel like I originated from ancient Egyptian days. I feel like I was an Egyptian princess. And it's crazy. It's actually crazy because like when I was younger, like when I was young, I used to like say like, oh, I was an Egyptian princess in my past life, like joking. This is back when I didn't even believe in past lives, before I was close to that. And I had like Christian beliefs, but I always believed that I was an Egyptian princess.
Mhm.
And I would just always say that like I was some sort of royalty in the Egyptian days. But then what I learned years later, on top of that, I've always been really attracted to like pyramids and like anything Egyptian, like third eyes.
At night, they're alien warships. Just know this. Pyramids are alien. I'm just kidding.
And like the lotus flower, just like is so beautiful to me. Like I've just been always very like my soul has always felt like home looking at these things. I like these little knickknacks. I can stare at them for hours. I've just always been like that. But anyways, and then something that I learned years later that was that if you were born in the ancient Egyptian days as a woman, like if you were born with a vagina, you were automatically royalty. Like there was no like one royal woman in the ancient Egyptian days. They were all royalty. All women, like the men kissed the feet of the women in ancient Egyptian days. That's how it was. Kind of opposite of what it is now. You know, how it's kind of ruled by men, like only male presidents and all that. No. Then it was actually women. But so yeah, I feel like my soul is really old.
I think my soul squeak squeak. My soul has been through ancient Egypt days, I think, because I feel like I have a really strong connection to ancient Egypt.
Do you?
So
Do you now?
I feel like from a young age, I've always been drawn to ancient Egyptian and mythology. Like that's always been my thing.
Oh yeah, mythology has always been your thing, huh?
Like I
remember that from.
Like I have a freaking tattoo of it. Like that's crazy. Like, and I love it. Like it's amazing, and it's really like something that really like I feel like shows who I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I've been tossed back into the ancient Greece days. My soul was thrown back a couple decades.
Yeah.
Not a couple decades, quite a few decades.
A couple decades. Yeah.
A couple millennia.
Definitely agree. That's funny because like, okay, so I'm pretty sure I read this somewhere that like the pyramids, the tip of the pyramids are all like if you go directly up or pointed to like a certain star.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been super fascinated with the stars. Of course, I'm into like astrology and all that, and I have a tattoo of that even because I'm obsessed with the stars. I've always loved to stargaze and freaking that's just how I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's just who we are. Like I've been into that for so long too. Like it's not even funny. Like gang. But yeah. So that's all of our questions.
I'm not done.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I have 2 questions left.
You have 2 more left?
Yeah. I wrote 1, 2, 3,
But
4,
I just
5.
asked my last one.
You must have asked 2 and 1.
I didn't. Go. Just go.
Okay. This is a kind of out there question, but like, do you believe clones exist?
Yes, but no one wants to admit it.
That's a fair answer, because I do believe that too. I feel like they have cloning things that they can like. They can regrow cells of animals already. You don't think they've tried that on humans?
I've seen Kiev. I already had this thought. Deadass, I already had this thought.
All right.
But okay, can I tell you about me real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was watching a documentary one day, and they were talking about how it is possible to just create like an animal from DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Just DNA. That's it. It's they made it seem quite simple actually.
Shit, you can do it from home. What the hell? I'm gonna grow myself up.
And yeah, but
Bigfoot.
right? And people can, genetically modify. Is that right? Like certain things, like
it's called gene splicing. You mix different animals' genes together to get something. It was done in Jurassic Park, for example.
That's what I was just thinking of. Yeah. Like for dinosaurs and stuff, something that's not human or an animal that exists on this planet.
Yeah. Or I forgot what that one movie was, where this guy like he got in like a car accident. This doctor found him and like replaced some of his body parts with animal parts, like insides or whatever. And he started experiencing the same characteristics as these animals and stuff like that.
That's weird.
Some of the viewers may know what it is.
You see the style and it's just like, you remember that one video?
Oh, he saw
animals.
He saw a whole sheep and was like, trying to pick a sheep.
Oh my!
He tried to get it on with a sheep in the field under a police.
He's like, why does this turn me on?
He's like,
okay, yeah, yeah, but the video, it was saying like the documentary was saying like, yeah, but it's very controversial about trying it on humans. We haven't done that, like, because no one has agreed on it yet. But that's bullshit, because guess what? The military doesn't give it. Sorry, this is actually also very controversial for a lot of people. But in my eyes, the military don't give a shit about you, about your family, about your health, about your life. They don't give a shit. They really don't. So I think, and they have so much undercover secret shit that we don't know about.
They're hiding so much stuff.
So much stuff that we don't know. So many things that we can't even fathom. I just know that. I just know that in my soul.
Everybody knows. Like, it's not a like hidden knowledge. Everyone knows, but they can't get a hold of it.
Right.
The people can get a hold of it, but you get caught up so quickly before it gets released, it gets shut down. Because guess who controls the internet? The government.
The government. Right? And then, anyway, so yeah. So I'm like, there's just no way. Of course, they're going to tell us they haven't. Of course. There's so many lies.
Eventually it'll come out. Well, someone will get in there and they'll leak a bunch of stuff. They'll break the internet. Ralph wrecks the internet.
We're all so very like naive in this life. A lot of people are awakening, but at the moment, a lot of like humans. We're humans, But
I read this book once, and speaking of like the government secrets, like it was weird. So it was from first person's perspective, and it was like a normal life. This kid was living his whole normal life, and then one day this kid died. He got hit in the head when he was swimming. And he hit his head on the rock and he died, back of his head. And when he wakes up out of a capsule. Now, he's been living his whole life from the day he was born to the day he turned however old he was in the book. He was old, like a teenager. Woke up in a capsule. He stepped out and the room was filled with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of capsules. Next room over, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of capsules. And he's looking into them and he's seeing different people sleeping. They're all looking raggedy and stuff like that because they've been in there. And then there's a robot that comes by that's checking everyone's vitals. And the robot turns to attack him because he's been awoken. Now he goes outside of the facility and he walks back out into his own hometown. But it's not his hometown because his hometown was pristine and stuff like this. Now his hometown's rugged and broken down. There's nobody there. Because
that's what the robot is making it? Like,
it wasn't the robot. It was the government
that's what I meant.
To save the human race.
Wait, the government was trying to save?
They were doing an experiment on his town or whatever. And there's something happened with the nuclear. There was a second book. I didn't get to really read into it, but so it kind of teased at it.
Oh, okay.
But it was like, it was at while I was at the academy.
Oh, okay.
And teased that the government had something to do with it. It was like something with the nuclear bombs and stuff
They're
like
like
that.
experimenting.
Mm-hmm. But it was interesting. So maybe it's another idea out there that could be possible. We may be living in a simulation. You never know.
My mind's open. You know, I don't rule
There's
out
different options.
really.
Like I said, you don't know. Where'd the Big Bang come from?
Nobody knows.
All right, last question.
I did skip a question.
You did?
Yeah.
You go.
Okay. What do you think is really going, like, when we dream, what do you think that is? What do you think's going on?
I have so many different ideas about that.
So do I.
Okay, so let me name off like a couple of them.
Okay.
First idea is that when you're dreaming, you could possibly be third person or being in third person of someone else's dream or reality or a different universe or, like I said, different timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could be dreaming into the future, which is what I feel like I personally dream of. I dream into the future. Or the past is our coworker Jose does. He dreams
I was thinking about him
past
too.
Deaths and stuff like that, which is really cool.
Super cool. He's told me.
And
I don't want to tell his story, but
yeah, we'll let him talk about it if he wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And then the other one was that when you're dreaming, let's say a different reality or a different dimension or something like that. Like you're watching your own perspective from a different universe, a different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's planet 1 of Earth, there's another planet 2 of Earth, and you're dreaming of your other person's perspective.
I've thought of that too. Yeah, I also have a bunch of different. I think that dreaming is not just black and white. This is what happens when you dream. I think anything can happen when you dream. I think that you can see into your past life when you dream. Past lives when you dream. I think that you can see alternate realities in dreams. Like one time I was having a dream where like I was in college. I was just, having a good time or whatever. And there was a select few people that I know in this life there. And I was just thinking, what if that was me just in my alternate reality? And because, it's not how I'm living now, but it could be how I'm living somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I also think that you can enter different dimensions in dreams.
I believe that's something I believe.
So, if you see something in your dream that doesn't exist necessarily in this life, you could be just entering into a different dimension.
Some crazy dreams that I've been like that's not real, but like it felt really, really real.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could feel it, and it's really weird how like your dreams can do that. Like that, no, that's still like a big mystery. Like humans still you can't quite grasp what we're actually dreaming of and what it really is, because we haven't unlocked that type of technology to really explore those ideologies and stuff like that.
And think about how much we don't remember.
Yeah.
There's so
like you wake up and it's gone. Like what's really going on? Like why does our brain make us forget so quickly?
Yeah, why?
If we were just thinking of it in our brain. Like that makes no sense.
And if it was truly us, if it was our brain, why don't we remember?
Yeah.
Because it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's our soul.
Something else.
I never even really thought that deep on it. I also
they weren't ready for this. In the end, you guys can always comment and ask us to discuss topics and stuff like that too.
Totally. If you have any questions
or anything
like that, yeah. I have one more thing to add to the dream thing.
All right.
I also think I believe in spirit guides. I believe that spirit guides give you messages through dreams as well. So sometimes there's certain things that happen in my dreams that I think, I try to what's it called when you're like reading a paper and you highlight certain things?
An English word, huh?
Yes,
it is. English.
Yeah.
Shoot. I know what you're talking. Annotating.
Annotate. Yes. It's like annotating your dream, in a way. Like I try to annotate certain
Another way to tell that you're dreaming, like this could either wake you up or bring you into a lucid dream, which is where you're able to control them. The one way to notice if you're dreaming, look for things that it wouldn't be the time.
Out of the norm.
You went to bed, realize that. You're supposed to be asleep. Why is it daylight? Like, why are you walking, and why is there like someone from a different place, like I don't know, someone that's not supposed to be there, like say your brother who's supposed to be in school isn't actually in school. He's walking with you into your high school, going through your classroom with you.
So actually, I have a really good example of this. So I learned that a while ago. I learned that, and my conscious brain retained that information.
Ever since I've learned it, I haven't been able to dream.
At all?
Well, I dreamt it a couple days ago, but that was the last dream I've had in a while.
So ever since I learned it, I'm a dreamer. I dream every night. I usually have pretty vivid dreams almost every night. But I also lucid dream rarely, but I have had a few lucid dreams. And my last lucid dream I actually used that information. I was at work, I was cutting open boxes, doing my thing. And then I started realizing, wait a minute. I was like, I'm not in Walmart. I was in a store.
Oh, yeah, you told me this.
Yeah, I was in a store, but I wasn't in Walmart. It was like a completely different store. So I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this isn't real. I was like, I'm dreaming. So I like drop kicked the box and I was like, I'm out. I like went in front of a customer. I was like, ooh, like, cause it's yourself. Like you're like, I'm by, like, I knew I was by myself. Like everything, it almost like a simulation. Like everything around me I knew was fake.
Yeah.
And then, so I actually saw in a Shane Dawson video, like a while ago, that he said, if you ever like catch yourself in a lucid dream, try to remember to go like this with your arms. Because when you do that, or like, like this though, you start to levitate off the ground. So I was like, oh my God, I remembered that. And I actually tried it. And I actually did it. And I started levitating and I felt myself levitate off the ground. And that's when I woke up from the lucid dream. I woke up and I was like.
Your brain was like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to be able to control this.
I know, my brain was like, stop. But I woke up and was like.
You're controlling someone else probably.
Controlling someone else?
Your other alternate reality you.
I don't know. It was crazy.
That's great. I wish I had a dream like that, man.
See, you can practice.
I'll get there.
You will. All right.
Do you believe you're human?
No. Well, technically speaking and scientifically speaking, I am human. I am human in this life. I am living this human
I don't believe I'm human.
Life. But
not one bit. I don't believe I'm from this planet, guys.
Well,
watch, I'll show you. I have blue blood.
Watch, I'll show you. Okay, you know what's so funny is I literally said this to Jose 2 days ago. I was like, Jose, I don't feel human. And he goes, me neither. And I was like, my heart dropped. I was like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, I really don't. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
I don't.
I really don't. Like,
I don't feel human.
I know that I'm living this human life for a reason. It's part of my journey, but that's not my soul. Mm-hmm. That's not my home. Now, I loved that question.
All right. And then the comment I made earlier.
Oh,
yeah. So for those of you that partake in marijuanas or cannabis or pot or marijuana,
weed,
Mary Jane, some of that good,
gas,
that fire. You know what I mean?
That green.
Trying to hit that blunt.
Backwoods only.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. I ain't picky too. At all.
Oh, you can smoke some oil, But the comment I made was, so when we smoke marijuana, naturally as humans, now this is going to be a little bit of a deep talk. I'm going to be going for a little bit.
Oh, now it's going to be a deep talk? It's going to be deep. We've already been diving deep.
Humans, like spiritually, mentally, and physically, cannabinoids are in our body, like in our cells.
Yeah, we have them. That is true.
And when you first get cannabis inside of you, it opens up those cannabinoids. Mm-hmm. So it basically opens up as a new cell, kind of. I like to think. Like, I don't know if this is like scientifically how it's written out, but like how I like to think is it opens it up as a new cell. And now that cell is open, you don't necessarily require marijuana or THC or cannabis or any of that, or CBDs or anything like that. Like, trying it once just opens up
that new light the door.
But you don't have to do it. But if you continue doing it, it also heals you, because cannabis, the marijuana plant itself, literally in its like DNA has like cells and DNA from every single plant and herb.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
My coworker Gabe told me about this.
That's insane.
And it blew my mind. I was like, that's because and I know, like, he's definitely done his research because he tells me about that all the time. And
learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's crazy how like THC and marijuana itself just works.
It's truly beautiful. You can, like I said, you can take any energy however you want. Marijuana, you see it as energy. You know, some people associate it negatively. That's okay. And some people associate it very positively. I associate it with healing, and I associate it with medicine.
It opens up your third eye too.
And I associate it with
viewing the real world.
Yeah, that's exactly
and opening up and feeling you can adapt to feel your soul.
Yes, that's exactly like what I wanted to say. Thank you. Yeah, you're basically your true self. Like, I don't want to say like your true self comes out when you smoke marijuana, but if you think in that type of level, when for me, for example, when I smoke, sometimes I feel like information comes to me that wouldn't have came to me if I were sober. I feel like that kind of happens. Like, it opens up some type of portal in a way.
Yeah.
To where information flows through. Certain information flows through that I know would be closed off.
Like, you're like, okay, I know this.
Yeah. Things will come to me and I'll be like, you know, like, and people say like, oh, stoner thoughts, but stoner thoughts are stoner thoughts, and stoners know a stoner's thoughts. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know if you know.
Exactly. If you know, you know.
If you don't know, you don't partake.
Maybe in your next life. No. If you believe that.
Oh, and if you guys don't know, this is an 18 and older channel.
Huh?
It's an 18 and older channel.
Oh, yeah. So every time I move, I'm like, it's so loud. I might not get another beanbag. We might need to get a different type of chair, but
yeah.
Sorry. That's, anyways.
A floor bag. We need a floor bag.
A floor bag or some type of cushion. I don't know. You know, we're just practicing. But
yeah.
I feel like I had something else to say, but I think that
pretty much sums it up.
That sums it up. That was pretty good. I like that.
That was a good first video.
I agree.
It was.
5e.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and let's just throw it out there that we're both Aquarius, so we're naturally woke.
Always woke.
Always.
All right.
All right.
Catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah.